lock up your son. That's his reality. These words from 14 years ago will resonate with me forever. My son Vivash was overwhelmed, had a meltdown, and slapped another child. After this incident, fewer and fewer invites until no interaction from a group of friends who had become family to us after we relocated to the Cape. I felt the discrimination and the loneliness, my first experience as a special needs family of biases and prejudice. My husband and I, Ravi, met and we gelled very easily, and within 18 months, we were married. 4 years later, our precious son, Vivash, arrived. He developed normally until the age of 2, thereafter regressed. He lost his words, he flapped his hands, and he did not respond to his name. I was worried, and I instinctively knew something was amiss. And we followed up with many tests. After 6 months of tedious tests, he was diagnosed with autism. We then had to make sure he got to school, and we started with therapies immediately, which was a drain and strain to my wallet. Few years later, we moved to Cape Town, where he had to attend school as there were no schools in Durban. He flourished, and he did exceptionally well. By 2010, we had successfully settled in the Western Cape, and we were progressing very well. Unplanned, I found myself pregnant at age 41. I was very excited, as this was our second chance to have a baby. Neurotypical, we were thinking. My husband was very reserved, as he did not want me to have this child for the fear of my second son, Kirav, being on the autism spectrum. However, we did have Kirav, who arrived in June 2011. Kirav was around 11 months when it was a rainy day, and he was looking out of the window, admiring the rain and making lots of sounds. I called his name once. I called his name again. No response. I screamed out his name a few times. Again, no response. With tears filled in my eyes, I screamed out and cried aloud, "God, why? Why again this is happening?" I had read many stories of early intervention with autism, and I was determined to ensure that my second son's story could be changed. I went on therapy overdrive, the best, the newest, the latest. Ravi wanted nothing to do with it, my husband, as this was my son. Kirav, at the age of about 3, became just impossible. It was difficult with him. He would not sleep through the night. He would keep us awake for hours on end. Instead of Ravi assisting me, he would scream and shout for me to actually keep this child quiet. In 2016, I came across a very innovative stem cell therapy or procedure being done in Navi Mumbai. I was very surprised that Ravi decided to join us on the 2 trips that we made. It was daunting and scary, yet the 2 boys successfully made it through the trip. The leading specialist was actually very fascinated with Kirav. His tests and MRI scans proved that he could do much more than was anticipated. So early intervention therapy did help. Ravi accepted that there would be many more changes with the boys after the therapy. Unfortunately, that was not the case. He started a process of detachment where he would stay away from home for many hours and only return after the boys were asleep. We had a routine prior to that where the boys we made sure the routine was kept, where they will go to bed, and before that it was dance and music. Unfortunately, I could not take much more of Ravi's abuse, and I asked him for a divorce in Feb 2020. However, he refused, and he ensured it was till death do us part as he succumbed to COVID in December 2020. Through the darkness of COVID, there were so many blessings. Ravi being a teacher, he spent lockdown with both the boys. He took the last term of school so that he could bond with precious Kirav. And during that time, he actually made a trip to Durban in September 2020, where he visited his old parents, family, and friends. Vivash, my older son, gets by saying a few words. He loves cooking and baking, and he's our self-appointed chef in the kitchen. Kirav, on the other hand, has thrived over the years. His only word is mama, yet he's getting academically stronger. He's typing on the computer now, he reads a bit, he communicates using the app, pictures, as well as signs. He's progressing exceptionally well. Kirav, like his brother, they love dancing, walks on the beach, drives in the car, music, and they are thriving absolutely well. Imagine if I had locked both my kids away. I'm a proud single mom of two phenomenal sons.